Hey guys, so today I'm just bringing you a small guide on how to make overloads efficiently. Now I'm sure anyone who does have the 96 herblore requirement has probably made overloads before. However, a lot of people don't actually know this method, which is a surprising number of people. I've known about it for quite a while, but it really changes the way you make overloads, and it really increases the speed of making overloads. With this method you can make overloads up to about over 1k overload per hour. Now, if you use mouse keys, this is even higher, and you can reach possible heights of like 1.4k overloads per hour if you're using mouse keys. Now, if you do use mouse keys, feel free to use them. However, I've never used mouse keys, and I couldn't really explain how to use them. There's many guys on YouTube, and I know James from Marine Shark made a good mouse keys guide if you want to do that. And you can use that very efficiently to speed up withdrawing stuff from your bank. So this method involves using a summoning familiar, and obviously the summoning familiar depends on your summoning level, but it will be a beast of burden. So I'll talk about that more now in game. So right guys, now the first thing you want to do before you start making these overloads is set up your bank correctly. Now, as long as your potions are all together, this shouldn't make too much difference. However, this is how I like to have them. I have obviously you need extreme strength, attacks, defense, ranges, mages, and your torstals. Now, obviously that isn't where I regularly have them in the bank. I just normally rearrange them so they're all together when I do it, and it doesn't really matter. Closer to the X was probably better, but it doesn't make too much difference, and I just withdraw like this. Withdraw 5 of each is what I do, but I'll go about more into that in a second. So I just have them all together like that. That's the first thing you want to do. Now the next thing you want to do is summon your best beast of burden. So I have a pack yak. Now obviously I know a lot of people aren't it's a 96 summoning. A lot of people aren't 96 summoning, so we'll have to use a war tortoise. However, the method is exactly the same. It will just be slightly slower, but it shouldn't affect it too much. Now, before you start making them, the first thing you want to do is withdraw a full invent of torstals. Now you want to store them in your pack yak as such. And as you can see, it doesn't fill them all. However, if you are using a yak, you do not want to bother wasting time getting 2 extra out to fill them extra 2 spaces. And there's no point, and it's just a waste of time. Obviously with a war tortoise you don't have that problem, but you just have to bank the torstals after. Now the next thing you want to do is make sure you've got select your left click option and select take BOB, as this is greatly going to help, and that is also how I exit the bank. So regularly when you make overloads, I presume most people do it like this. This is how I used to do it before I knew this technique. You withdraw 4 of each, because that says how many you could make in an invent. And then normally I'd just withdraw all on the torstal, like that. And you just make your overloads like this. And constantly repeat this. Wow, I saved 2 torstals there, wow, a win. Now that's basically what I would do in the past. And that's a lot slower, because you can only make 4 per invent. And it also involves more withdrawing. So as you know, I've put them on my yak. Now this enables you to be able to do 5 per invent. So what I withdraw 5 of each, and also withdraw torstals to fill them 3 spaces. Now instead of clicking the X, as you can see, obviously that's a very small button, it's easy to miss. I select take Bob, that exits the bank. However, it doesn't withdraw any because you filled the invent anyway, but it's an easier way to exit the bank in my opinion. Now obviously you can do it however you like, you can click the X if you want, but it's a smaller button. I just prefer to click that because you can't miss it and easily misclick, so I prefer that. That's just me. And you'll set up your invent like this. Now, obviously to make torstal, you just use your torstal on a potion. You don't want to use another potion because you're likely to drink it, so the torstal's definitely the one to click. And click make all. After you make 2 potions, you want to click take BOB, and that way you're guaranteed to be able to finish your invent. So as you can see, I made 5 in the invent, and I saved 1 torstal, and I used 2 from my yak only. So I actually used 3 torstal, is it, to make them 5? So that's a total win. So the reason you do it after 2 is I'll explain after in the next invent. Let's just get more out. So it is quite a click intensive method, but making overloads is click intensive anyway, even making 4 because your invent doesn't last 2 seconds. So the reason you do it, you're making 5, so that's why you do it after 2, because you want to make sure that you can make all 5 overloads. So you have 3 torstals here, but you don't want to withdraw extra from your yak than before. So after you make 2 potions, you withdraw, then you've got 3 extra torstals in your invent ready to make that. So then you can go and you're set. If you do it after using all them 3, you'll withdraw 3 torstals from your yak to only make 2 potions, so that's why it's a waste of time. And I say 2 potions, I mean use 2 torstals from your invent, is effectively what I mean. Oh, that's a mistake I made. This is effectively what you do, and once you get good at this, you can easily make, so I made 2 potions there, and I've clearly got enough torstals. Oh, misclick. Mouse spasm there, did you see that? I just jumped across the screen. So this is all you do. And I've been making more overloads because, as you can see, I'm out of flasks effectively. I've only made quite a lot there. And I'm going to make them into flasks tomorrow for the I need to make them all into flasks tomorrow for the QED. Now this video is... oh, that's the mistake, you see that? You see, what I did there, I withdrew too late, and it means I withdrew more from my yak than I should have. And that is the exact same reason why I say do it after 2. So yeah, I'm recording this before the QED because I wanted to record this so that I could be no life in QED after its release, which is why I've released this now. So this is just a simple method, and it really speeds up making overloads. And if you haven't learned this method before, I'm sure you're going to definitely start using it now. Obviously with a war tortoise you're going to have to fill your yak up more often, or your tortoise up more often, because obviously your yak will run out eventually, and you will have to refill it up. So just continue doing it. It's as simple as this. It's easy to misclick, and mouse keys would really help. I don't think I've actually been using that, but it is the better way to do it. I prefer that way. But sometimes I just click the X out of habit. Now, here's hoping that Jagex eventually add an escape option to your bank, because that would really help. If they just add, so you could hit escape on your keyboard, you clicked it and it closed your bank, that would be incredibly helpful. A lot of people have been shouting for this on like the forums for a long time, or other keyboard shortcuts as well, like activating quick press. Maybe with the combat rework some stuff will be added, so I know they're doing a lot of stuff with that. And hopefully that'll be something they actually intend to do. So yeah guys, if you didn't realise about this method before and you found it helpful, do give the videos a thumbs up, and I hope you find this method helpful. And I've just completely forgot about this invent while talking. But you get the idea of the method. It's very easy to do, and it is the way I make all my overloads, and the best way to make overloads, and it also provides the best herblore XP in the game if you're actually going for XP. And you can definitely, since each overload is 1k each, you can, and 1k XP each, you can make an absolute fortune in XP if you make all the extremes first. I assume you all know how to make the extremes, so that's no problem. And this is just simply how you finish off the overload. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.